Hey guys, it's Ryan Smith here, the scientist. We'll be going live with you again today, showing a back piece, something a bit different, but I get asked a lot if people can see the studio. I work in quite a lot, so if you want to have a quick look here. This is the bottom section of our Exeter branch, down in Devon in the UK. All the other arcs have gone at the moment because it's a bit late here this evening. But I'll just have a quick walk through the studio with you. It's a 4th-floor studio we've got here. We've got about, I think, 11 artists here, something like that. We're all split across the different floors. In this section here, this is like a stencil area, floor. We also do a lot of videography in there, photography. Come up, we've got the 3rd and 4th floor here. I work up here on the 3rd floor, and today I've been carrying on working on one of my back pieces. This is a black and grey back piece. A lot of you have probably never seen work like this from me before. I thought I wanted to show off some of the other things that I get up to now and again. As you can see, it's a pretty big one, this one. It's also a bit of a cover-up back piece. There's some cover-up around this area. So I've been working that into the design. Today I'm just finishing off, nipping up, doing a bit of touch-ups here and there. So yeah, I'm going to get cracking on this. I hope you enjoy watching what I'm up to. Feel free to tell us whereabouts you're watching from. I'm going to try and see as many questions as I can, but I can't guarantee I'm going to get to see them all.
Bruce wants to know if you've done any comic book characters.
Not really, no. Comic book characters isn't something I've sort of done too much work on, really. I do want to sort of get into doing some sort of like portraits over the next year or so, and like certainly Marvel stuff, because I'm quite a big Marvel fan. I'm into my Star Wars and stuff as well. Yeah, today I'm just, like I say, I'm just nipping up, adding some bits on and just touching up some areas. We're nearly finished on this back piece now. But like I say, I was saying yesterday, I just wanted to show a bit some of the other stuff I get up to. Quite a few people seem to think I only do only or can only do the ornamental stuff. But I do enjoy doing lots of other styles as well. Where you all guys are tuning in from. I've got Colin with me here today on the camera. He'll try and answer as many of your questions as possible.
Got a lot of people asking how many sessions you've done so far.
On this one, what is this? Is it session 5? Yeah, I think this is day 5 on this piece. It's been going on a little while. Trying to see Danny as much as I can, but we're both pretty busy, so we haven't got it done as kind of quick as we were hoping to, but only because we don't get a chance to meet up so much. But yeah, it's about 5 days, it's something like that, I think. I do enjoy doing large black and grey pieces like this. I mean, obviously with my ornamental work I'm very busy doing that sort of stuff, but will always make space for a large black and grey piece like this. In fact, I quite fancy doing a few more pieces like this. If you're into getting any large black and grey pieces, I'd certainly be interested. Again, like usual, free reign is obviously better for me. I was a little tiny bit restricted on this one because obviously it's a cover-up back piece. covering stuff around here, but you know, I think it's coming out quite well. I think you can see the original tattoo very well. So
A lot of people from New York, Switzerland.
hello everybody in New York. Everyone's having a good day. Is there many people from England watching? So that's where we're coming live from at the moment. We're coming live from the NR studios in England. Powered by Cheyenne Tattoo Equipment and World Famous Ink. Supplied by Killer Ink. Mark care I'm using here, Enduring Care, is Hustle Butter.
North Dakota.
Hey North Dakota, hope you're keeping well.
How do you plan a piece like this, Ryan?
Well, normally, certainly where this was a cover-up one, I have to sort of get a load of photos of the back as is, with the original cover-up there, and quite often with the cover-up work, if I'm doing a big piece like this, I think when we originally did this, I designed the whole back piece with the cover-up in mind. I think I might have even designed straight on to sort of use the photo from Danny's back and, you know, design straight onto the computer with it. But a lot, you know, quite a lot of this, all this work around the sides and stuff, it's all freehand, so I can make sure that all the bits that need to be covered are getting covered. So what do you guys think, seeing one of my black and grey pieces, a bit different to my usual ornamental work, I know.
I've got a lot of good comments. People are surprised it's a cover-up. Elena says perfect.
Thank you very much.
Got Northampton, UK.
Hey! Kind of friends live up that way.
Someone wants to know what was there before.
Well, this young man thought it would be a very good idea to get his own name right across his back, just in case he forgot it when he got drunk one night. But we all make these kind of errors when we're young. We're getting our first tattoos.
Shout outs coming in from Japan now.
Hello Japan, hope you're keeping well. So that's certainly one place I want to try and visit, perhaps before the end of the year or certainly next year. I think I might be heading out in the direction of Shanghai in September time actually. But Japan is a place I do want to try and get.
Any places you have got lined up?
Well, I've got lots of places lined up coming up. I've got the next few dates are in England actually, which is quite rare for me at shows. I don't normally actually do too many shows in my own country. I'm normally abroad with the shows. But I've got Newcastle, Liverpool and Belfast coming up within the next month. And Amsterdam as well, I'll be there. You can find me in a new convention that's starting up in Italy, the Riccione Show, International Tattoo Show, run by my friend Robbie. That's going to be a really, really good show. 250 of the world's best there. And then the week after that, I'll be in Taiwan, in Taipei, or Taipei, I'm not sure how you say it. But I'll be there. And then you can find me in Saint Malo, in France, at the Corsair Ink Tattoo Convention. And after that, I haven't released my any of my dates after that. I'm still trying to plan my second half of the year, travelling wise. Takes a little while to get that organised, but you can definitely find me in London, Tattoo Convention the second half of the year. You'll be able to find me in the Bahamas. You'll also quite probably be able to find me in Poland in August. I think I'm doing one there now as well.
It's 74 people shared your video so far.
Cool, keep sharing guys, let's get people seeing what we're doing here today. Let's say it's a bit different work than what you're probably used to seeing from myself. Well, I've been saying lately I'm going to be showing some of the other stuff I do. I think this one we started this quite a while ago now, probably 2 years ago?
Yeah, around 2 years.
Yeah, it's around 2 years ago we started this back piece. As I say, we haven't seen each other as much as we wanted to. We're both pretty busy guys.
Mallory wants to know, did you always see yourself as a tattoo artist?
I didn't always know. Something I wanted to do for a very long time before I actually started to do it. But I was actually into my music before I was a tattooist. I used to DJ.
Didn't know that, why?
Yeah, I used to DJ. Yeah, I was a music producer as well. I've also got a first class honours at university in sound engineering and music production.
Not just a pretty face then.
Hey! I've got more brains than I look like.
A lot of people asking who's the girl. I guess they want to know where you get your reference ideas from.
Oh, her name's Vicky. Yeah, I met her once in Benidorm. No, I don't know. I mean, I get images from all sorts of places. Sometimes I just do stuff freehand. I mean, faces I normally use a reference picture. Yeah, you do have to be careful if I ever take a photo of you in real life because you could end up in someone's tattoo.
That way, don't take any photos of me.
how about you guys watching? If you could get a big black and grey back piece or a big black and grey sectional piece on yourself from me, where would you have it done? Would you have your back done, or a leg perhaps, or a sleeve? Let us know. Write it in the comments. Danny's going to be going right round with this one now. We're getting ready to finish this piece up. He's going to get all his chest done and both arms as well, all by me. So I'm looking forward to carrying on after we finish this big one. Like I say, I do like my large black and grey pieces. I prefer the larger stuff, the black and grey.
Christy says hi from Louisiana.
Hello Louisiana. Hope everyone's good there.
Kiri says down the side of my thigh.
Yeah? Nice. Always a good place, side of the thigh. Always a great place for a tattoo, that is. Nice bit of area, nice and flat. It's also good for the clients, pain-wise. One of my favourite areas to do on the body, really.
Does it make much difference where on the body you tattoo?
Yeah, I think so. Certain areas are a lot easier and certain are a lot harder. You also got to remember with some of the pieces, depending on where it is on the client's body, you can depict on just how long they're going to actually sit and take a tattoo or not. You know, when you're looking at your rib work and stuff, obviously it's a lot more of a sensitive area and place, so people struggle a little bit more down there. But everybody's different on what's painful and what's not. No two people are the same, really.
What's the best way to contact you then if they want to?
Well, if anyone wants to contact me to inquire about a piece, the best thing to do is email me direct, which is scientist@reborn.com. That's the best email to get hold of me to start the process for inquiring or actually getting booked in. You can also see my stuff on Instagram. That's the best place to keep up with my up-to-date work, my most up-to-date social media. My Instagram is Ryan Smith Tattooist, all one word. And make sure it's got tattooist at the end. You can also find me on Facebook. You can find my like page, which is The Scientist's Tattoos. I am a little elusive to get hold of sometimes, I will say. Can be a bit of a Lord Lucan at times and just disappear. And sometimes it can take a little while to get back to you, but I'll get back to everyone eventually.
Ed Stranger said, forever surprising us, buddy.
As always, Ed, you know me, I like to keep people on their toes. Got many more large projects like this that nobody's ever seen. After tonight I'll probably repost this one when it's all fully healed, certainly on black and grey, I'd much prefer to post fully healed shots. A lot of people just photo edit them to lose redness and things, but I prefer putting up the healed photos myself. A real true representation of what it looks like. Not when it's just been finished and edited. Got a nice horror black and grey sleeve I actually finished off a couple of weeks ago, I think it was now. I'll show you that one when it comes back down with some photographs once it's all healed up. It's pretty rad as well, that one. That's a bit of a cover up sleeve as well, so a small bit of a cover up at the top of that sleeve. Should be showing that one soon enough. I get asked a lot if I'm going to come to America. I do want to come, but visas can be a bit of an issue. So I don't know if I can get there this year, but if you are in America and coming to the UK or Europe's a little bit too far for you, then the best place for you guys over in America or Canada to try and get hold of me this year would be the Bahamas in October, November time. I'm going to be heading out there. I'm going to be there for a couple of weeks, so there'll be a few bookings available. I'll be posting up about that in a couple of months though. But as a little pre-warning, that is probably the closest and easiest way for anyone from America or Canada to get booked and get in with me this year. Many people travel over to see me though. If you see me going live yesterday, my client come over from Colorado for it. There's plenty of people travelling far. I guess it just depends how much you want the work.
Just run over what equipment you're using today again for the flying?
I'm using Cheyenne tattoo equipment. Today I'm on the Hawk Pen. I use all three machines, the Thunder, Spirit and the Pen, but I just think for the job I'm doing today, this one's ideal. I do prefer this one as well. It's probably my favourite of the three, but they're all good in different ways. Like the Thunder's amazing when you're doing line work or you're banging some dots in or something, you know, full colour packing. The Thunder's really good, it's really hard hitting. Spirit's really nice and soft, really good for black and grey, gentle blending and colour blending and stuff. The Hawk Pen here is just an amazing all-rounder. You can pretty much use it for everything and anything. I also like the ergonomics of this machine as well, how it sits in your hand, the feel of it as it's moving, when you're winding around the body with it. I think it's really good. I'm only using Cheyenne needles as well, the originals, so I wouldn't use anything else but that. Because I like to keep my machines in the condition they arrive in. Also using world famous ink here. As always, working to perfection, love using it.
Jay says that's awesome, really nice work.
Thank you very much. So I'll just tell you about a couple of collaborations I've got coming up next month, which is still available. We're still taking inquiries for. So next month, the 5th to the 7th, I'm going to be working at the Liverpool Tattoo Convention in the UK, which is one of the best tattoo conventions there is in our country. I'm going to be doing a collaboration there with my good friend Jay Freestyle. We're going to be we're looking for a 3-day piece. I don't know, some of you may have seen it, some of you may not have. We did a big collaboration piece at the Milan Tattoo Convention back in February. We managed to win the best of show with that one as well. We're kind of looking for another big collaboration project like that again. 3 days we've got to do it. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We're still taking inquiries from it now. In an ideal situation, Jay and I would like to do a full back and perhaps one part of the arm and down the opposite leg, or some kind of placement like this we're looking for really. So if anyone is interested, send me an email at scientist@reborn.com. That's at Liverpool with Jay Freestyle, and 2 weeks later you can find me in Northern Ireland in Belfast at the Belfast International Tattoo Show. There I'm going to be doing a collaboration with my good friend Jenna Kerr. The two of us, we've still got inquiries open. We're still looking at people on offer. We're still taking inquiries as well, looking at everyone. We've got 2 days at that show, so it's a 2-day collaboration of both Jenna and mine. I think it's a collaboration that worked really very well together, because Jenna and I, in some respects, our styles have some big similarities in, so I think it's going to work really, really well together. And we're great friends as well, so you know, it always helps you tie things in a bit better, I think, when you already know one another pretty well. But like I say, we're still looking for inquiries for that one at the moment. Again, scientist@reborn.com.
How quick do these slots fill up for the conventions?
Well, they normally fill up quite quick. I mean, we've been getting a lot of inquiries for it, but I can be quite fussy with my canvases at the shows, so quite often I'll keep inviting inquiries, and I just keep having a look at it. I mean, sometimes, you know, I can get, say, 50 inquiries in for a piece, and at the end of it you pick the second inquiry that came in. You know, but I just like to have a look around at all the different people, because not everybody has the same ideas as you. They might have different placements that they'd like to get tattooed, different areas. Sometimes they surprise you and offer you something you hadn't thought of, or an area that's perhaps better suited for what you want to do. So, like I say, I always keep my options open. Always like to invite lots of inquiries in on these things. But yeah, Jay and Jen's one, Liverpool and Belfast, they're still available at the moment. My one in Newcastle in the next week with Jay is going to be cool. Get some of them booked in for that. Also doing a collaboration with Liz Venom at the Amsterdam Tattoo Convention. I'm really looking forward to that as well. Also got a good friend of mine coming down a guest for a couple of weeks with me in England. His name's Guido Schmitz from Germany. He's another Cheyenne artist like myself. He's going to be guesting with me. I think he has some space available as well if you like that sort of trash polka style. But again, you can either contact the NR Studios direct about Guido, or you can contact him or myself for any bookings.
Melody says hi from Essex.
Hello there, how are you? I hope you're well. We've got anyone watching from Tenerife? I don't know why I said Tenerife, it's just the first place that came in my head.
Someone asked why is set up instead of lying down. Is it less painful?
No, I quite like them sat up like this. When they're sat down, I find the back can scrunch up on every direction like this. So for me, you've got to stretch the skin a lot more. It's just a bit harder to work with, really. So I prefer to sit people down like this when I'm doing the backs quite a lot, to be honest. Like I say, when a client's in this position and they're leaning forward like this, straight away it just tightens up the back a little bit. It just makes it easier for you to tap their ink at the inking, really. It's a little bit nicer for the customer as well, I think, when they're just sat there, not laid face first down into the bed. Normally, when I'm not screening live, we would normally have the TV on in here for the client as well. Normally watching something like Trailer Park Boys or Rick and Morty, whatever I fancy normally. Guardians of the Galaxy is another big thing that gets played in here quite a lot. I hope everyone's ready to watch the second one of that next month. I mean, I'm not biased on the Guardians of the Galaxy film or anything, but it is the best film ever.
Julia says hi from Dallas.
Hello there. So if I did get to America, are there many people watching who would come and get a piece from me? Just out of interest? If there is, write a little comment, let me know.
Tasha says beautiful. Sube says wow.
Thank you very much.
A lot of lovely comments coming in. Respect from Greece. Caroline wants to know where we are.
We are currently live from England. We're in Exeter in England at the NR Studios. This is one of my bases here. My main base. But yeah, I think if I make it out to the States, I reckon the first place you can find me visiting will be California. I think that's my first place on the list, if I can get out there with no problems.
And 79 shares so far. Wendy wants to know if you're ever going to come to Canada.
Sorry?
Wendy wants to know if you're ever going to go to Canada.
Again, it's another place I'd really like to go, just like the States, but it's a kind of as and when process with those two places. As I've said before, they're not the easiest to get work visas in for me, but I will try to make it that way in the next couple of years. I was going to try to come to the States this year, but I think I might possibly be a bit too busy. We've got a lot of big projects starting over here. We've got a new studio starting in London. We've got some big projects going on down there. Lots of stuff happening in that studio. Seminars, little sort of mini conventions, exhibitions, big projects, collaboration projects. A lot of guests come in, all sorts. I'm quite busy sorting a lot of that stuff out at the moment as well. Hopefully I will make it to Canada, no problem. But I think that will probably be sort of at least next year, it would never be this year.
Caroline wants to know how the patient's doing.
Relaxed.
Yeah. He's nice and relaxed, he's doing well, he sits nice and well down, he does. Just sits there and takes it, doesn't moan about it.
Used to it now.
Yeah.
We're about 40 hours in.
Yeah. So what do you guys think to watching me do some different work to usual then? You obviously, probably the majority of you only know me and my ornamental work. But yeah, what do you think watching me do something else, showing you something different for once? Do you enjoy it, or would you prefer to watch my ornamental work? Write in the comments, let me know, I can have a look later, see what you're all saying.
Someone said they would love a lion as a back piece. Do you do much wildlife stuff?
Not really in the black and grey. Stuff like that would normally get asked in the ornamental style, but it's not something I definitely wouldn't do. I mean, I recently done a tiger in my ornamental style, full colour tiger face, within the ornamental structural work. But yeah, I mean, with black and grey, I think my favourite subject matter for black and grey has got to be just faces and skulls. It's my favourite sort of subject matter for this kind of work. But I really like twisted and weird stuff with the black and grey. A lot of my old black and grey stuff I used to do was pretty weird.
Rob Max says we need to have a catch up. It's been too long.
Hello Rob. How are you? I hope you're keeping well, mate. Yeah, it's been a few years now, hasn't it? Say hello to John and the rest of the crew next time you're down there.
Jennifer says she loves your ornamental.
Thank you very much, Jennifer.
Steve says nice tattoo. Parker says beautiful.
Thanks very much, Steve. Thanks very much.
And Lucy says Ryan is an amazing artist.
Thank you very much, Lucy.
Anna wants a mention from Scotland. Loves the artwork.
Hello, Hannah. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like what I'm doing.
Hello from Sweden.
Hello, Sweden.
Any plans to visit Sweden?
Yeah, I do want to go that way. It's just finding the right time. I was supposed to go to Finland in July, but unfortunately some of my projects came up that just clashed at the same time, so still not that way yet. I'll be in Switzerland this year. That's not quite Sweden, but
Canada, Puerto Rico, Albania. Everyone's coming in now.
nice. Hello, everybody.
Find your style changes often?
My own style, I'm always trying to evolve it and change it. I mean, like I said at the beginning, I do a lot more work than what people see. I do more different styles and stuff. I really like this black and grey work. I do biomechanical work as well, a bit of Japanese. Do a bit of everything really, but I mean all anyone really sort of sees is my ornamental work which I post up.
Find it helps being able to put your hand to most things?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was taught as a tattooist that you should learn to do everything from the beginning, and then you've got all the techniques and skills just sat there waiting for you. But yeah, I think it helps when you can do everything, multi-style. I don't like to pigeonhole myself. I mean, when I very first started, I used to believe myself that a good tattooist is, no matter what comes through the door, you can do it, and you can do a really good version of it. You know, a really good piece, no matter what style. But I mean, obviously, a lot of tattooists nowadays, we all specialise in what we do and stuff. You know, some of us have got our own styles and things, but you know, the more techniques and the more knowledge you have, it can only help, can't it? I mean, the only style I've never really touched upon really is portraits. I think that's because I like to play with designs too much. You can't really do that with a portrait. Portrait's just a photo, so it just is what it is.
I do a bit more freedom.
Yeah, I do. I'm not sure how I'd get on with portraits. Well, you'll find out soon because you're going to get my first portrait, Colin, aren't you? So.
Maybe.
I mean, we were rubbing an R in what kind of portrait to do, weren't we, Colin? But I think we both decided on we're going to have to do a portrait from the best film ever, which of course is Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think you decided that.
Yeah, yeah. That's what he's getting, whether he likes it or not.
Someone wants to know what size mag are you using?
Well, right now. I've got a 17 mag on the go at the moment. So I'm more just touching up a lot of this today because Danny and I haven't. We started this 2 years ago. We got a session in about a month ago, I think, but we haven't worked on it for a very long time. So a lot of what you're looking at is 2 years healed.
Two 224 people just shared the video.
Nice. Keep sharing, guys. Let's let everybody see what we're all up to. Share, like, leave a comment. Obviously, I'm tattooing, so we can't read all your messages. But Colin's here on the mic. He's here on the camera. MC Colin. Just in case any future clients are watching of mine or Colin's, we just want you to know that we love Rick and Morty. So any Rick and Morty presents are highly appreciated. And who's seen the first episode of season 3? Booyah!
About 6 times I watched it, I think.
Yeah, it's been a few already, isn't it? Teasing us with that first one now, aren't they?
Sherry wants to know what inspired the tattoo.
Just a mixture of my thoughts and Danny wanted a big back piece. I mean, like I said earlier, it's, we're a little bit governed by things because it's a cover-up in here as well. So we were a little tiny bit restricted on a couple of parts, but I think we've done well. I think you can really see the original work, which is good.
I know a lot of people want cover-up work. Any sound advice for people that want tattoos covered?
Yeah, I think you've got to be realistic. I think that's the biggest thing you can say to somebody who wants to cover up. I get so many messages of people asking me if my ornamental work can cover up something. Quite often it's something right in the middle of a back or a limb. You know, you've got to be realistic with what's going to cover what. I mean, you know, how people sometimes think that my thin dot work and ornamental pieces can cover. I don't know where they're coming from, because you know, that kind of work, you're relying on the skin's own natural tone to make things work. So, you know, you try and put it over something over the top and you're going to see it straight away. I think just have to be realistic. You've got to be prepared that if you want the right piece, you're probably going to have to laser off. I mean, obviously some artists are amazing at cover-ups. Many who aren't. I think you just need to be sure about what you're doing, but sometimes it's easier just to bite the bullet and go to a really good laser place and start again. I see a lot of cover-ups get done where sort of people are saying, yeah, I've done this cover-up, but even once they've just finished it, you can see that once it's healed, the original tattoo is just going to come straight back through. You know, I mean, people who often try to hide the colour tattoos with black and grey pieces over the top and stuff, like, I don't know what they're thinking. Yeah. Sometimes even it's just better to accept you made a mistake and accept it and leave it, because sometimes you can make your bad tattoo look even worse if you go and get a bad cover-up done on it. Quite often I've seen people who are much more annoyed and upset with what's there after a cover-up than what was there before. So, but again, it's just like when you're going for a tattoo anyway. You want to be careful and make sure you know who you're going to. You want to check their portfolio, and importantly, check that their portfolio is their portfolio. I've been coming across a couple of artists lately who have been using my work in their portfolios, which I think is a pretty disgusting thing to do. It's not only disrespectful to me, but especially my clients, but more importantly the clients of that tattooist, because they're obviously booking in thinking they're getting something that, and they're probably going to end up with something that's nothing like it. So always be careful, people. It's all about searching, all about researching and looking at who's going to be doing your piece.
Felix says, cheers Ryan.
Hey Felix.
I think his previous comment was world famous family for life.
Yeah. Obviously Felix, I'm not looking at the camera so I can't see your messages, but cheers bro.
Got a few more people asking where we are again.
We're currently filming live from England in the UK, and we're coming at you live from the NR Studios in Exeter. This is one of my bases here in England.
Carl says hi from Tennessee.
Hello Tennessee. Yeah, we've got a few NR Studios over here in England. We've got Cheltenham, just up above Bristol there. That's a £1 million studio we own. 3 floors. How many artists is there now, Colin?
16.
16, I think, artists there. Many different people. We've also got this branch, is the Exeter branch. There's about 10 or 11 of us here. We've also got a branch in Bucharest in Romania. And from June onwards, we're going to be having a new concept studio we're opening up in London. It's going to be really smart, really top of the range studio, loads of new stuff going on in there. It's, like I said, it's a real concept studio. We're putting a lot of new technology in there that I've certainly never seen in any studios, but there'll be more of that to come when it opens.
Are you going to be working from the London studio much?
I will be. In fact, I'll probably be in London more than here, but I'm still going to flip between the two. But I mean, I'm kind of all over the place all the time anyway. But yeah, I'll be up London quite a lot, I think.
G'day from New Zealand.
G'day, New Zealand. Hope you're keeping well. Probably tomorrow there now, isn't it?
Probably, yeah.
What time is it in New Zealand? Let us know. I'm wondering.
A few more people asking what machines you're using again.
I'm using a Cheyenne Hawk pen here. Cheyenne is, I'm a Cheyenne artist, sponsored by them, and I would rate their machines over anything else, personally. Been a big fan of the Cheyenne gear. Like I say, this one's the pen. You can also get the Thunder and the Spirit. All of them are amazing machines.
It's 7:40 a.m. in New Zealand.
Whoa.
Just so you know.
Good morning. Now that's definitely one place I want to get out to, down under, down there. Australia and New Zealand, both places I want to go. If there is anyone from Australia or New Zealand watching who wants to get a piece from me, if you can't wait till I can get there, then the best thing to do is I'll be in Taiwan in June. I haven't advertised for that show yet, but it is available. I'd ideally like to do a 2 or 3 day piece at the show. But yeah, if that's not too far from you, I think it's only a few hours from Australia or something, I'm not too sure. But yeah, there's an opportunity there for you to come and get a piece by me.
Tampa, Florida, checking in.
Yo, Florida.
World famous family, Texas time, 2:45.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to probably take a break there for the minute. So I think that'll probably do for our live session for the minute. I'll give it a quick clean up first.
Got a lot of angry faces. I don't think they want you to go, Ryan.
Oh. Sorry guys, we're going to take a little break here now. Colin's arms probably need a rest from holding the iPad up as well. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed watching me doing something a bit different today, guys. You can catch me live again, possibly tomorrow, maybe. A little bit earlier, I imagine, tomorrow. No, it won't be tomorrow actually. Probably be next week now, I think I'll be live. But I hope you've enjoyed watching me do something a little bit different to my usual ornamental work. One of my black and grey pieces. As I say, always interested in large scale black and grey work. So if you are interested in something like this, then just send me a message. But yeah, so I hope everyone's enjoyed the live session today. Big thanks to Danny for sitting so well during it. Thanks to Colin for filming. Big thanks to all my sponsors as per usual, and of course to Inked Magazine for letting us screen live on here for them. I'm one of the Ink Select artists. My name's Ryan Smith, also known as The Scientist, and that today is for us. So thanks very much for watching, and catch you soon.